What's going on, everybody? It's Tony Olivas. It's about 11:15 right now on Sunday. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. It's a beautiful day out here in Frisco, Texas. It's a beautiful Sunday. But I wanted to touch a little bit about the Stevenson Fonfara fight last night, also with the undercard Alvarez and Pascal yesterday and on Showtime Canada. But first, download my sports app, sportsingles.com, SPORTZ, sportssingles.com. You can find it on the Google Play Store and the also iOS App Store. Download it. Have fun. I'm getting initial users right now. I'm doing a pre-launch, but I have initial users right now testing the features. So download it. Let me know what you think. It's a fun site. We connect all sports fans, whether you're single or in a relationship, by hooking them up with tickets and each other. So you can buy discounted tickets there. No service fees, so you get really hooked up with any sporting event, concerts, theater, comedy shows, anything you want to go to. We have it worldwide. But first, let's go into the fight. So the undercard fight, which was Alvarez versus Pascal. My thoughts of that fight. I mean, Alvarez seemed like he pretty much maintained and controlled the whole fight with his jab. Pascal looked very, very hesitant, unsure of himself. He had a couple counters that in the first round he had that counter right, which landed pretty well on Alvarez. Alvarez took it pretty well. He didn't seem too hurt, a little stunned, but not really hurt. But Pascal just looked like he wasn't really, he couldn't get off. He looked very hesitant. I don't know if it's because of Alvarez's power. He was too nervous to trade with him, or it can be the fact that he is coming down in the downturn of his career. So he said he's going to come back. Alvarez won a majority decision with that fight. I don't know what that one judge was watching when he had a draw of 114. That's crazy. It wasn't a draw. Alvarez won by at least 3 to 4 rounds. There's just no way that was a draw. So with that said, Alvarez maintained the whole pace of the fight with his jab. I mean, his jab pretty much won that fight. I mean, his jab kept Pascal at bay through the whole fight. And like I said, Pascal had some flurries, but that's pretty much how Pascal fights. I mean, I think he was only averaging, what was it? He had 369 or 365 punches thrown through the whole fight. So it's an average, over about 30. So it's a low output. But in the end, Pascal controlled it. We'll see if, Adonis Stevenson, which we'll go into right now. So Stevenson versus Fonfara. Fonfara came out pretty flat. I mean, Stevenson, all he threw the whole fight in the first 2 rounds. I mean, he got the KO in the second round, but all he did was throw that left hand. I mean, that's all he threw. And that is, as we know, Stevenson's money punch is that left hand. The fact that Fonfara was pivoting to his power hand, which is pivoting to Stevenson's left. I mean, he was going right into the left of the whole fight, and I think Virgil Hunter did the right thing, just calling the fight. I mean, he after the first round, after Fonfara was dropped, it hurt pretty badly. He specifically told Fonfara, take the next round is all defense, don't throw punches. And that was really a ploy for Virgil to see exactly what he was working with and what Fonfara was going to do. And Fonfara, I mean, he came out defensively, but he was still pivoting to Adonis Stevenson's left. So Adonis Stevenson could have literally closed his eyes and still would have landed that left every time. I mean, that's the craziest thing. That's the only thing Stevenson has is his left hand. He doesn't really jab much. He doesn't really hook. He doesn't really throw the right hook. He doesn't hook off that jab. I mean, it's just the left hand. That's all he's got. So it was an easy night for Stevenson. He KO'd Fonfara in the second round. So we'll see where Stevenson goes there. Stevenson needs to step up. I mean, he's 39 years old. He's been ducking Kovalev. I don't care what he says. He's been ducking Kovalev. The two monsters in the division is Kovalev and Ward, which is coming up June 17th. But Stevenson needs to eventually step up and fight one of them. When Steve Farhood asked him after the fight if he's gonna, his mandatory is Alvarez. I mean, he didn't seem like he wanted that fight. I mean, they were kind of shaking their head, but he's the WBC mandatory, so he has no choice. He's gonna have to fight him. But he seemed like if it was his way, he didn't want that fight. He didn't seem like he really wanted to fight him, because he seems like when he's been cherry picking his opponents the last few years, and that's just not what like Steve Farr said. I mean, that's not what true champions do. I mean, he needs to fight. He needs to eventually step up and fight. If he thinks he's the king of the division, he needs to fight Kovalev. He needs to fight Ward. I mean, he needs to fight these top guys. I mean, these two, Kovalev and Ward, who are the pound for pound top 10 list. You can't say you're a king of the division if you're not even in the pound for pound top. If you have two guys that are in your division that are in the top 6 pound for pound list, you're not the king. But with that said, Stevenson had an easy night. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. He KO. He got Fonfara out of there. Pascal, I'd like to see what Pascal does if he's gonna. He says he's gonna continue. I don't really see much out of him after this fight. He didn't really seem like he can get off. He was hesitant. He was unsure of himself. Wasn't really letting his hands go. But overall, it was a nice night for Showtime. But again, we'll see what Alvarez and Stevenson do. We'll see if that fight comes into fruition, or if Stevenson steps up and fights the winner of Kovalev and Ward, which I think we'll all want to see. I want to see. I finally want to see what Stevenson can do with him being tested. Him fighting one of the top guys in the division. That's what he needs to do, and I think he has the talent to be able to compete with these guys. But we'll see if that's what he wants to do. So again, I hope everybody's having a great day. Have a great Sunday. Have a great week. I'll do another video tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing a lot of videos every day, talking about some boxing fighters and fights coming up. So subscribe if you want to hear more. I'm gonna post some videos as well too. Also download the sports app, sportsingles.com. So that's SPORTZ sportsingles.com. You can find it on Google Play and the iOS App Store. Download it. It's free. It's fun right now. Thank you. Have a great day.